morning. You're just in time. I'm getting ready to take this perfectly designed shirt and I'm gonna cut up the sleeves. Hi, my name is Delilah and welcome to my sewing channel. I will get right back into the cutting of the sleeves situation, but first I just want to say yay, it is Friday. This is Friday Sews, where I just kind of chat about everything that has been going on this week, and then you can put hashtag Friday Sews in the search bar and look at everybody else that is participating in the Friday Sews. And so I want to thank Jen. Here's her little link here. You can go visit her. She's the one that started it all. So in this episode, I'm just going to talk to you about some sewing mishaps that I had this week. I also picked up a new pattern that I'm going to try in my hashtag 60-minute sewing challenge. And so for now, let's get back to the sleeve situation. Okay, come in here for a closer look and you can see what I'm doing. Now, the idea is I'm going to make a short sleeve and I want to keep the finished edge right here. So all I'm going to do is cut and then cut from here and sew it here. So I'm going to measure in, just whatever length I want. Let's see, I think I'm going to take off 9 inches. I understand if you don't want to watch, you can look away, but I'm going to go ahead and just cut right through it. But don't worry, it'll be okay. So here's 9 inches. And here we go. Wait, do I want to do that? Let's see, maybe I'll do 10 inches. Actually, I'm gonna do 11 inches. Okay, it's done, can't go back. Okay, and then I'm gonna write it down because I'm gonna do the same on the other sleeve. So I cut right here, and then I'm gonna cut a little bit right here, and the seam, I don't care that it's not right here. The idea is to have it be up here because that's where it scrunches and you won't be able to see that seam. So now I'm going to cut a little bit more off right here, 5 inches. And then I'm just gonna do a trial and I'm gonna try this on, and if that works good, then I'm gonna repeat it on the other side. Is put this in here like this and match them up with some pins and go ahead and sew it back together. So this is what it looks like after I've sewn it on. You can't even really see where it was sewn together. So now I'm going to try it on and see if that's the length that I like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So you've got the elastic right here and you can pull it up like this and you can't even tell that it has been cut. Although I think I'm gonna go with a little bit shorter. I think I'm just gonna cut off the elastic, cut it a little bit shorter so it's more free flowing like the rest of the ruffles. So I'll do that on this side and then I'm gonna do it on this side as well. Okay, and so then I just got another idea. With the parts that I cut off, I can actually ruffle them and make it into a ruffle sleeve. And okay, so now my mind has just gone off into creative land. Let's just move on. Okay, so talking about the fells, but I do have one positive this week. It's about a pattern that sold in my Etsy shop that I created myself. So I'm gonna mention that to you as well. But okay, so last week I was kind of on a roll, like thinking, ooh, I had made 3 different shirts and they turned out really well. They fit really well. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make another one. Oh yeah, because there's that one shirt that I sewed like within 37 minutes. So go ahead and click on that. That's fun because I recorded that for you guys. And it was using this pattern that I love. So I was like, well, let me try to make one for my daughter because I also had in my stash this simplicity and I was going to make, and I made this shirt right here because it doesn't have the extra sleeves. So I'm like, oh, that'll be fast, that'll be fun. And I'll make it out of the same fabric that I made for myself. And so this is it. And then I did like a little bit of ruffling in there. But again, the binding came out too thick. And so look how it turned out. And then I tried it on her and it was just way too baggy. So guys, if you have a good shirt, my daughter is 5 years old and I have yet to found a good pattern. Actually, there's only one pattern that I found for her that I was able to critique and get it to fit her just right. And I've made like 6 dresses, but it's all the same fit, but a different pattern. And so here's some of the pictures. And again, it's just the same fit. And I really want something that is a little, you know, is different, like maybe a tank top dress that flows out, but I haven't been able to find a pattern. So I think I'm probably just gonna draft up my own. The other thing that I could do with this one is take off the binding and do like a drawstring on the top so that it fits her better around the neck area. But even that, one time I did something like that and it looked like she was wearing hospital scrubs. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. Okay, so the next fell is, okay, you know, I was getting really confident. I was gonna make another one of these shirts right here. So I cut out my pattern, and maybe this is a sign because, I don't know, tell me, do you guys like this fabric? It's milk cartons, and I thought that's kind of neat. I was gonna make it into a shirt, and so maybe this was a sign that no, you should not be walking around with a milk carton shirt on, because after I cut it up, I noticed the back was upside down. Then I thought, okay, well, I'm just gonna sew it up. I'm just gonna sew it up and see. And then I was like, no, you know what? I think I'm probably just going to, easily, it's big enough to cut it into something else. So I just was not having a good day. And then it keeps coming. Last week, I made a shirt out of this pattern and it ended up being too small in the bust area. There's a picture of it right here. It does look good, but I just wouldn't be able to raise my hand. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give it another shot, even though I don't like that there's these 2 pieces. So I took this gauze and I started sewing it up, trying to do my own pattern. And what happened is, after I got done sewing like where the button part would be, I'm like, okay, that turned out really nice, but it's in the neck area. It's not in the back. So it's like I have this elastic loop right here that would be right here that I was thinking, okay, is that for, you know what, I guess that would be perfect to like attach a mic. I don't know. And so then I also realized with this, it's completely see-through. So the lining, you could see right through it. And so when you wear it, it would look like this. And I don't want that. I don't like that at all. So I kind of gave up on that one. Maybe I'm giving up on this one too soon. Well, although then I would have to fix this little area. Well, I mean, I guess I could leave it. I don't know. So, oh, but I also did put together some Easter buntings. If you want to spring into a sewing project, go ahead and check out that video. Another thing that is exciting that happened this week is one of my car seat cover kits sold. So I have an Etsy shop, excuse me, and I make netted car seat covers. And so here's some of them, for example, but it kind of takes a long time to make, and I sell them for $35 in my Etsy shop. But with summer coming around, and you know, I like to be outdoors and hiking and stuff, but that's usually when people buy them. And I thought, I'm gonna make it into a pattern so other sewers can sew it if they want, because it's such a great gift for new moms, or you know, to give at a baby shower. And so this is what the kit comes in, and it oh, and another thing too is, you know, I created this pattern, but the hardest thing if you have an Etsy shop is trying to price your products. So I noticed like a lot of people will sell their patterns for like $9, $10. Well, mine I made into a kit. So you get the instructions, and then you get the mesh covering, and then this one's not put together, but you get the netting that goes with it. You get a handmade label to attach to it for when you're done, and then you get the Velcro strap to attach the straps that is needed for the car seat cover. And so it comes in a kit, and then you buy your own fabric so it's a yard and a fourth of fabric that you need, but then you can make it how you want, you know, with your own fabric. And so the pattern is $12.95, and I actually sold one. And then I sold another one. And so I'm kind of excited. Now I'm gonna just kind of market it. I didn't really display it or market it anywhere because I was unsure of the price. But I'm excited that people are going to be able to make their own. Then I decided on a finish on my sleeves, and so I just did like a basic sleeve just so that I could get it done with and start wearing it. Measure 2 inches in from the armpit and just go ahead and cut that. And then we're gonna iron it in. We're gonna do a double fold hem. Make sure that you do that so that you don't see any raw edges. You don't want any raw edges to come through for when you wash it. Okay, so right here I will show you. I took the edge and I folded it in twice and ironed it. So this is a double fold hem, and now I'm just going to sew along that edge to keep it down and secure. And there we go. That's about 5 minutes of sewing and no one would ever know the difference. Okay, so now let's just talk about the pattern that I found. So I went to Joann's on Sunday. They had the huge, simplicity sale, but I didn't really find a simplicity pattern that I liked. And so I did find one by this new look. And so it's kind of like the pattern that I tried last week, only this one only has the top and then the ruffle, and then I like how it has the sleeve right here. And so I'm going to try to do this within 60 minutes. So this is going to be part of my hashtag 60-minute sewing challenge that I'm going to do. Another thing, when I was out and about shopping on Sunday, I went to Target, and oh my gosh, that whole statement sleeve is like so on trend right now. I actually took a few pictures because it was kind of funny to me, but I think I'm going to get used to it and I think I'm going to like it. And so I need to get, if any of you guys have a really good pattern, put that in the comments below of a pattern that has like really puffy statement sleeves, because I kind of want to try it. So that's kind of all that I have for now. Make sure that you look for me to post that video. Probably by next week, I'm going to make this shirt. And then make sure that you check out all the other hashtag Friday sews. Everybody is just really nice and it's fun to catch up on everybody's sewing. I'm just really excited about how my channel has grown. And in the next few weeks, I'm going to be going live. I might even snag a few of you as guests on my show. So make sure you subscribe and like this video if you like it. Okay guys, until next time, happy sewing.